Good morning, this is Greg the Window Doctor with Dallas Energy Efficient Products. The topic we're going to discuss today is companies. That's a pretty tough one because there's so many different companies out there. And it can be very confusing when you go to choose the right company. How do I go about doing that? Well, let's look at a few ways that might be helpful to you. One of them might be the Better Business Bureau. Now, the Better Business Bureau is a great place to go because they will give a rating to a company. And that rating will be based upon the number of replies that they've had or customer contacts they've had, how long they've been in business, how well they've handled their customers. So obviously a company that has an A rating is going to be better than a company with a C rating, right? But even a company with an A rating, if that company is large enough, and again, would you need to take one step further? Look at the number of complaints they've had in the last 12 months. They may have had 200 or 300 complaints. But if they're a big company, they could still have an A rating. My thing is, even if they've resolved most of those complaints, the very fact that they've had 200, 300, or 6,000 or whatever complaints is an indicator that customers don't think they're getting what was communicated to them. That might be a problem. Another thing is, what's that company's involvement in the community? Are they a member of the Chamber of Commerce? Are they giving back to the community? That's pretty important. Another one is, what's their internet presence? What do I mean by that? I mean, if you were to go on and Google a company and maybe they have one response comes back up, would you call that a great internet presence? Does that show that they've been out there communicating to the public, or are they just a brand new company? Don't necessarily have anything against brand new companies, but you want a company that's been around long enough that knows how to do the business. Get it done right, and if you ever have a question, you'll be able to find them. Which leads me to my next thing. Do they have an office? Or you look them up, and if they just have a mailbox number and they're working out of their living room, well, God bless them. Everybody needs to start somewhere. But that's not necessarily the company that I'm going to be able to come to if I have to, let's say, add some windows, or I want to make a referral, or if I have a question or a service of some kind. I need to know that I can find that company. So that warranty they gave to you, that lifetime warranty, is going to be worth something to you. And another thing about the company is what kind of companies are they using as their manufacturer? Because most of the companies out there are dealers. They're not necessarily the company that actually manufacture the windows themselves. So are they using a local company to manufacture their windows, or are they using a company that's way out of state? What difference would that make? Well, let's think about it. If I used a company that was way out of state to manufacture my windows, would I have to pay shipping to have those windows shipped to my site? Would I have to have a large warehouse to where I'd have to store those windows until I'm actually able to install them? Chances are the answer would be yes. And my question to you would be, who's paying for that freight? And who's paying for that warehouse? And for that warehouse manager and all those things to make sure that they're in place? Well, ultimately you are. Because the bottom line is that you have expenses that need to be made. So if you could deal with a local company and eliminate the warehouse, eliminate the shipping, and have a company that's local so that if you ever had a service, it could be done quickly, would that be an advantage to you? I definitely think it would. So here again, this is Greg Graham, the Window Doctor, saying thank you and signing off.